Hey there everybody, WhatCulture's Adam Cleary here. You're right, hardly ever seen on the gaming channel these days, and that's because, don't be too sad, but I have other responsibilities here. I'm all over the place doing many things, being all things to all people, but in amongst my myriad responsibilities, I have also set up Trek Culture. Yeah, that's right, WhatCulture now has its own Star Trek platform to add to its ever-growing network of channels, but the reason I stand before you today on gaming, because I'm very excited to announce we have partnered with Star Trek Fleet Command for this video. It's Star Trek's very own free-to-play mobile game that's available on iOS and Android, and yes, of course, it does enable you to seek out new life and new civilizations, but it also enables you to blow up all their ships and take all their stuff, which is why I like it. But as I say, yes, we are working with them today on this video to bring you a full rundown of the features of the game, what you can do in it, and how much fun it actually is. And as a result, I am here representing Star Trek, but I've also partnered with Jules from WhatCulture Gaming, who's going to tell you everything you need to know about this game. You can kind of think of him as, let's see, well, he's not the Spock to my Kirk, because he's a bit more charming than me, but he's also not the Riker to my Picard, because I've got all my hair. So he's, let's see, the Quark to my Cisco. That works in many ways. So yes, now over to Jules, my far more esteemed colleague, to break down the game for you, and we are going to boldly go where this admittedly tedious link does go every single time I do it. Enjoy!
No. Cut his legs off first and then put him in the dumpster. Yeah. Okay, Nan, I'll catch you in a bit. Mobile phones. They're interesting little devices, aren't they? In fact, the ones today pack much more of a punch than laptops did when we were kids. You can do so much with them beyond just making calls. You can check your very depressingly low bank balance at the moment, or you can play video games. Now, I will admit that I'm not the biggest proponent of mobile video games. I've seen too many asset flips and too many good IPs dragged through the mud by bad games. I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy, all the bravest. But I was very intrigued when Star Trek Fleet Command came up, because at the end of the day, there's so much popularity, so much buzz around this game, and it was released over 2 years ago that I had to check it out. And this is the thing, I have sunk way more hours into this game than I would care to mention recently, and I'm pleased to say that while this title does have the trappings that most freemium titles do, there is a ton to see and do, and even more to enjoy. So to start with, I'm joining on this game nearly 2 years after it launched, and I have to say though, I have not experienced as smooth a ride as this on a mobile game ever. Now I know that when this game started that there were a few teething problems and a few bugs that had to be worked out, but right now, this is really, truly impressive. The sheer scale of this game is actually outstanding, as are the detail that you can see in all of the characters that have been realistically modelled after their actors, and the ships themselves that you can rotate around, checking out every kind of exhaust vent possible. I've never wanted to do that in my life, and yet here I was just going, ooh, that's where the Romulan cafeteria is. I don't know why, it's really enthralling. You know what, they didn't need to go all out in this area, but I am so glad they did. And equally stunning is the sheer size of this game. In fact, there's so many options, so many facilities to upgrade, so much combat, and so many side missions to take part in that it can honestly feel a little overwhelming. But fret not, my friends, for that's when alliances come in. Not only can you choose a faction at the beginning of the game, which will allow you to strengthen their hold on separate areas of the massive galaxy that you're fighting in, but also these are real players that you can then team up with, share resources with, help them build, help them attack and defend their locations, and it's a really impressive MMORPG experience. You'll soon become part of a thriving hub of activity, and not only can you offer your allies support in battle, but you can provide them with building assistance that cuts the wait time for new research and shipbuilding in half. And you know what? I genuinely really loved this aspect of the game because it felt that whatever action I was doing, however small, was helping part of this bigger narrative that I was just merely a pawn in. But after growing with the friends that I'd made online, and I was chatting to them quite a lot, just saying, hey, can you help me assist with this? Or can you come over here and tell me where the best place to mine is? They were all really helpful, really engaging, and I was like, this is actually a very pleasant community. Not what I was expecting. And all of this combined into an experience that felt rewarding at every single step. Whether I was building, going out on raiding parties, or mining that sweet ore from across the galaxy, I just felt really entertained. There was always something to do. Even when I was waiting for the lengthy research times or building things to go, I would just be like, fine, I've got other things that need to be taken care of, like going out and gathering resources or completing side missions. And the missions, they're really well written. I was really surprised because although they boil down into just sometimes like go here, attack this vessel, or go fetch this, do that, the fact that the dialogue was so engaging actually made me feel that I was like doing much more than just a few simple tasks over and over. I do feel maybe that the one criticism that I do have for the overall presentation of it, I wish that the ship battles looked a bit better and were a bit more engaging, because it all boils down to just having a higher power level than the rest of your opponents. But at the same time, I couldn't really criticize it because it was functional. It did exactly what it needed to do. It was just maybe a little bit less aesthetically pleasing than I would have liked. And there is a ton of love and support from the devs for this game. There's huge amounts of content that's being added at regular updates. In fact, there's an event going on right now that it was absolutely brilliant to take part in, which sees the Discovery break through from an alternate reality, and you've got to help the ship and its captain and crew understand what's going on, why they're here. And the best part of it all is that you can actually build the Discovery to use for yourself. And it is an absolute bloody beast. But I've done enough rambling about this, about the positives. What I thought I'd do now is actually show you some of the gameplay itself, a little walkthrough as to what I'm doing, how my base is coming along, and maybe go on a mission as well. So let's move over to that with a nice big Thanos-style snap. Oh, and here we are. But now I have some gameplay footage for you lovely people. So, what you can see here is the world map, my HQ. I live on that tiny little building right there, and it's absolutely lovely. But, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on. This is the scope of the entire game, by the way. I am on that tiny bit there with my two ships, Ship A and B, lovingly named. But as you can see here, if I zoom all the way out, look at that. This is how many areas there are to explore in the entire game. It's insane. And each one of those tiny little dots, that's a star system that has missions. The ones with the exclamation points, those are missions that are going on at the moment. And if I just click here, you'll be able to actually see the missions that I've got going at the moment. So I've actually left a few that I've already completed, so I can show you the rewards and stuff you get. So if I collect this there, boom, I get some lovely points. And I've been tasked with taking down some 6 hostiles at level 6 or higher. So what we're going to do now is go hunting, my friends. So I'm going to go attack. I'm going to choose this ship A here, which is my war battleship basically, and I'm going to send this beautiful thing off to go and battle this Orion slaver over there. So there he is. Let's set him to attack and let's just see how we get on. He's engaging him in battle, and I'm going to win this one, absolutely, because I've absolutely buffed all of the weapon slots of my ships, just because I thought, well, you know what, I don't make peace in the new frontier. I'm just going to destroy absolutely everything possible. So once you've completed all of taking down these people here, I'll get rewards for these as well. But you can use them to upgrade your ships, which I'll jump back to this is my base right here. Isn't this lovely? So you can go inside. And inside here, you'll be able to see all of the resources that I'm mining. So I've got over here, we'll pick up some, unfortunately, I've actually run out of space because I've actually got too much par steel at the moment. I need to actually spend it. And then you can see all of the other things that I'm harvesting over there. You can upgrade anything that's got a little green icon there, and you can see the requirements to do so there. So I need 22.4 thousand. I still need to get some other resources there, but it takes quite a long time to upgrade it once you get through there. But you can see here, if I click on this icon there, you'll be able to see all of my friends in the group that I'm in and what they're doing. If I click help all, then it will cut down their work time on what they're doing, which is just utterly great because it means that you're constantly helping out your mates. Now, when you're flying out in your ship, you want to make sure that it's got a proper crew that represents what it's best for. So, for example, this is a battleship here. Now, I'm thinking that although I would like to you can change your characters once you've actually pulled them back into the space station, because obviously you can't change captain while they're in there. So I'm just going to call that one back. And now I could repair it if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, I actually have to repair it, yeah. So you repair it through there, and now I'm going to assign some officers. Now I feel that we need the only Cadet Kirk to take over responsibility there. So we're going to move him over into that, and you'll notice that he has a synergy with the other officers, which improve their skills as well. And each of these each of these characters has different abilities. So if I click on this one and click on motivation, you can see here that he increases the attack, defense, and health of all the other officers on the bridge. And as you can see, having 3, 4, 5, 6 slots, depending on how much you improve your ship, all of that can add up into a load of synergy points that improves your ship beyond what simply upgrading them would do. It's pretty deep, actually, because you can get a ton of characters. In fact, let's do some recruiting now. So you can go through the standard recruit, which uses currency that you'll get from unlocking missions, but certain missions will give you some big boy stuff, which is premium recruit currency, which I'm going to use right now. Now, I've got 685 because I've been grinding my bloody arse off for this. So let's do 3 chests here, open them up and see what we get. So I'm going to skip through the animation sequences here and do that. So we have managed to unlock... Who have we managed to unlock there? You can unlock characters by getting shards. So yeah, you can upgrade your ship as well by focusing on different points of it. So for example, if I wanted to upgrade the impulse engine, I need to go out and farm all of these extra bits here, mine raw crystals, get loads and loads of resources, which can take some time. But if you plan the right attacks, if you plan the right missions, you can actually get tons and tons of reward very, very quickly. But, you know, as we'll go over to the battle logs here, you can see that for every success that I've been having, you can see that some little cheeky sod here, Gemini77, has taken me out a fair few times, in fact. He and I have had a few scuffles in the galaxy. But it's a very, very fun game. There's constant rewards going on here. You can choose your faction, you can change your items, and here is where the events are going on here. So I've actually... been recruiting quite a lot of officers recently, and you can see all of the different rewards that you'll get for completing in events. And here is the one that's ongoing at the moment, the Discovery event. Now, in order to unlock the rewards for this battle pass, you need to go out and complete missions that reward you with a special type of currency. Now, I've been scouring the galaxy as hard as I can. I've only found a few of them, but I have managed to get just enough here to reward myself with 100,000 pass steel, which is used for like general purchasing of items and research and things like that. So it's very, very useful. But as you can see, there's 2 tracks to give you different rewards for depending on whether or not you want the free version or if you want to pay to unlock the Elite Battle Pass. But these are the things that I'm really interested in. Every time you hit these milestones and see that it's got a ship there, that's how close you are to unlocking the ship to use in your actual, in your day-to-day activities as well. It's really, really fun. I've had a good laugh with this. I feel like I'm definitely going to give it more time as it goes on. And mainly I'm doing well at the moment because this one here just asked me to go and kill things, and that's what I do very, very well. So yeah, that's been my first sort of impressions of it. Back to me, as it were. So as you can see, there is a ton of stuff to do in this game, and it's really impressive in terms of its scope and scale. So I'm actually going to play this a lot more after the review period, and that never happens with a mobile game for me, so well done. I will say, though, that it is a game of 2 halves. Up until level 10, you're basically doing PvE, where you're growing to understand what the mechanics of the game is, and you're leveling up your research facilities and your station and making sure that you've got the best ships possible. When you hit level 10, it enters into PvP as well. And you will find that there are some people out there who will dog you because they want to get the best rewards. You get a lot of rewards for killing other players. I have experienced both defeat and crushing victory, so I have to admit that it was a very refreshing experience, and I like the fact that it's peppered in throughout, so it's not just the sole focus of the game from that point. You can obviously do loads of other missions as well, and they explore the huge galaxy on offer, but if you were looking for just a PvE experience, it does change after level 10. Not saying it's a bad thing, it's just a very different experience from that point onwards, so put a lot of time into your ships because it's going to pay dividends in the long run. So that was Star Trek Fleet Command. I hope that you enjoyed that, my friends. And if I was to give it a rating, of which I definitely will, I would give this a 4 out of 5. A thoroughly enjoyable experience. And yes, if you're not involved in the freemium stuff, it will take you a long time to grind up to get the upgrades and research stuff done. But at the same time, there's enough going on in between all of these wait times that actually makes it still a very rewarding experience. So that's been my thoughts on Star Trek Fleet Command. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments section below. Have you tried out this game? Are you taking part in the discovery missions that are going on at the moment? If so, let me know down below. As always, I've been Jules. You can go follow me at RetroJ with a 0 over on Twitter, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.
Yeah, no, it's not the core character. It's from these like crossover mirror episodes. So if you Google Intendant Kira, that'll give you sort of like a rough guide for the costume. If you even offer that kind of service, I don't really know. I've never done this before. Oh, sorry, I'll have to phone you back. Yes, Jules, thank you so much for that insightful review. That man's thumbs have done more exploring than I am legally allowed to talk about in this video. But it falls to me to tell you about the other thing we're here to talk about today, and that is the forthcoming update for Star Trek Fleet Command concerning Star Trek Discovery. Yes, the long-term plan with Star Trek Fleet Command is to have all the different Star Trek universes in one place for you to play in one game. But with Discovery Season 3 on the horizon, that is now being added to the game. Now, if you are sitting there going, hang on, wait, no, I am a big nerd. I know fine well the Discovery wouldn't just be able to fit into this universe because A, it's a different time, and B, it's a different timeline, full stop. Then rest assured, there are narrative explanations for why the Discovery is there. There are 10 brand new missions which play into this, and it fits seamlessly into Star Trek Fleet Command. It actually fits super seamlessly. Actually, no spoilers. All right, I'll give you a little bit of background anyway. As so often happens in Star Trek, there is an anomaly, there is a disturbance, and it pulls the Discovery out of its own time and its own space and transports them into the universe of the game. And as you would expect, when they find out the stardate and where they are, they panic a little bit and they recruit you, the player, to help get them back, and that leads us into 10 jolly fun missions. You'll be able to unlock Burnham, Saru, and Paul Stamets, and of course, the USS Discovery itself. And if you're sitting there going, hang on, why would I want to unlock the USS Discovery? What possible benefit could that give me? Well, think about it. Spore drive, so you can teleport anywhere in the galaxy without any wait times. That is a first for the game. Now, yes, alright, this is a sponsored video like we said at the start, but myself and Jules are genuinely playing this game at the minute and having a very good time doing it. So when Fleet Command got in touch and were like, want to do some stuff together? We were like, yes, actually, we really do think that sounds like a lovely idea, but can we give our viewers something for sitting through it all? And they were like, yes, you can. So if you click the link in the description and you download the game, you will get Cadet Saru, who is very useful to have on your ships, and you will also unlock a uniform-themed frame for the first week of the video being live. If you look at the date on your computer, and you look at the date on the video, and they're more than a week apart, I am very sorry. So yeah, Star Trek Fleet Command, we've played it, we like it, and we think you should probably too. And if you're a big fan of Star Trek stuff, you can join us over on WhatCulture, where no doubt we'll be talking more about this in the near future. But in the meantime, my thanks to Jules for giving us an in-depth review of the game. My thanks to you for watching at home. My thanks to Star Trek Fleet Command for partnering with us on this video. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I have, of course, been Adam Cleary, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.